Yo, it's your boy Jenna, and in today's video, we're going to talk about which manga deserves a second chance. And yeah, guys, I've been reading manga like through the past couple years now, and I noticed that a lot of mangas get canceled a lot, especially from a shonen jump series. And I feel like it is like unfair for some of these series. Sometimes they only get like 20 chapters, and if they don't really do good views, they just get axed without like warnings or anything. So yeah, guys, there have been a lot of canceled mangas, and it's kind of hard to pick which exactly one truly deserves it. So if you have read a manga before and you feel like it got wrongly due, be sure to put it in the comments below. I'm pretty curious to see which manga has been canceled for you guys. And yeah, let's just get right into all these mangas that I'm gonna talk about. So the first manga I'm gonna talk about is Aliens Area, and this is the most recent cancel for me, and it lasted around 20 chapters. And what it was about is basically there's aliens who lived in Earth, and they were up to no good. I would say it reminds me a lot of like Men in Black, the movies, you know, with Will Smith before he slapped Chris Rock. And yeah, there's some good stuff here, potential, and there's some bad stuff here that I could see why they canceled it. The main protagonist, his name was Tsubasa. There's maybe one or two things noticeable about him is that he had like an alien arm, and there's like a whole mystery about that. That part was pretty cool, and he really cared about his siblings. Is like the two things that I remember most about him. Everything else was just kind of like, you know, just there. I would say the second best character would be Sharku. He was like the detective who finds Tsubasa, and he was like a good fighter. He knows how to fight. He had really cool weapons. Really smart guy. I really liked him of all the characters. Every other character was very forgettable. They didn't have like a lot of moments too, so that's probably unfortunate. I would say also no, the villain was kind of weak here too. The aliens, there's a lot of aliens, but I feel like a lot of them didn't do much. I mean, they started off with like a training arc, which I mean took a little too long in my opinion. They should really make that part faster. And yeah, just after rereading most of these chapters, I would say they should have focused more on like on the danger threat on these aliens, because I feel like they just did small missions. So there's some potential there on Aliens Area, but unfortunately it got canceled. So that's the first one. So yeah, the second manga I'm gonna talk about is Aishimo, and this one lasted about 25 chapters, and it was about Maru, who dreams to become like a manga protagonist, and he's going to like punch his way with all these monsters, because this is like a monster world, and he's gonna punch all these monsters from the world of Ayashimo, which is what it's called. And yeah, when I first read this one, I thought that this was gonna last for sure, because I just thought it would. I mean, I would say there's some good things here. Let's start with Maru. Maru was like I said, he wanted to become like Goku, because who doesn't want to become Goku? So yeah, he has like super strength is his power, and he's very young. And honestly, the fighting scenes with him were just okay. You know, he doesn't really have no secret weapon. He's just really strong, which I feel like probably why he wasn't as maybe my favorite one. But there, I would say that this world was pretty cool. There are a bunch of like cool looking monsters, because it's the world of monsters. And yeah, there were some fighting scenes, and honestly there's like a bunch of like yakuza, which is like mafias. So we got to see like hence like mafia world, and they're all combined with like monsters, and they're all like different shapes and sizes. There's some interesting characters here, like Urara, or however her name is. And yeah, she had like some cool secrets between her. Maru was just yeah, just he trained to become strong, and he became strong, and he was gonna like become like the strongest person here and rule like this Ayashimon place. And there was like an interesting villain called Dopo, and yeah, I thought that he was like a way more interesting villain than like what Alien's area had. So there's that. And unfortunately, we never got to see Dopo fight Maru. So that was kind of like the very disappointing part, that they should have just done the ending. So that's why I was so shocked when they ended it with 25. And yeah, I just saw a lot of good things. I kind of wish Maru had like a cool, better power than just being strong. There was really amazing characters like I'm just seeing right now. Like Ura, look, her, yeah, just the design here was really great. Maru kind of acted crazy. He kind of is a child, so he acted childish. I just see a lot of potential in Ayashimon. I just feel like this one could have lasted way longer than 25 chapters, in my opinion. The last one I'm going to talk about is kind of a special one to me. It is near and dear to my heart, and only because it was like the first video that I made that was about like manga and anime related, and it was the Hunters Guild Red Hood. And this one lasted only 18 chapters, which I feel like is incredibly wrong to give this only 18 chapters. And it's about like this young boy called Velu, and it just shows like his path to become like a adventure, to become like in a guild, and this guild was called Red Hood, and it just shows his path to or to be in this guild, and what was it like, and he killed two. And yeah, there's like a bunch of cool stuff here. There's a bunch of folklore here, so there's a bunch of witches, werewolves, and yeah, there's some pretty fun characters here like Grim. She had like a curse power, so she turns young sometimes, and I thought she was like a good teacher for Belu. And there's Debonair. She's kind of like a hot, she has hot power, so she's very steamy. And there's like an interesting character called Mayor. We found out like a whole story behind him. And there's like fun characters like the witch, Cinderella, a witch called Cinderella, my bad. And yeah, the whole story I would say was pretty interesting and fun. There's a bunch of like mystery stuff here, which I feel like there's a lot of like plot holes too. But in the ending, there's like they're probably rushing it because they knew it was canceled, and that's probably why a lot of the ending didn't make any sense, or why it looked so rushed. And I just feel so bad that just imagine your first manga was this one and it gets like canceled and everything just turns really bad at the ending. So I just feel like this one truly needs a second chance. To make the manga better will be like maybe skip the training arc again. I feel like it took way too long. Focus more on like Velu and Grim, them working together, and making them do like fun missions, have like a better main villain, because the main villain here was not it. I think out of all the villains I talked about in this manga, Dopo from Ayashimon was probably the best one in my opinion. And yeah guys, that is it for my video. And sadly these three, and yeah, realistically, will these ever have like a second chance? Honestly guys, I probably not. When it comes to manga, I have never seen one come back. I have seen TV shows like Futurama like come back, and Family Guy come back after being like canceled, but that's animation. That's kind of different from manga. Only a person can dream, and unfortunately these stories, we will never truly see their full potential. That's the truly the shame part of like these canceled mangas. We will never see like Velu's true story, Maru's true story, Tsubasa's true story, and I guess that's what bothered me the most. I kind of wish they had like completed stories with no rush endings. So yeah guys, that's the end of the video. Be sure to subscribe because I have more fun ideas in my head that I just gotta make the videos for, but they're gonna be fun ideas for sure. But yeah guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Peace.